Anybody have stats? I haven't seen anybody come in.
Thank you for participating tonight. We will now begin with an opening statement from Coach Elliott and then go to questions. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Coach Elliott, please give us a brief opening statement and we'll go to questions.
Well, I think there's two teams I want to congratulate. The first one is ours. This is one of the most enjoyable rides I've had as a coach. We had a lot of joy. We had a lot of hard work. We played 2 seasons, and our kids gave us everything they had. And tonight it wasn't enough. I think we hit 417 in Game 3, and we still didn't win the game. And the second part is I want to congratulate Craig Skinner and the Kentucky Wildcats. They played phenomenal tonight, and we just could not get them out of system. We could not get any kind of point-scoring runs, and they were just so efficient. No matter how hard we were serving, I mean, we just kept instructing, trying to get tougher and tougher serves, and they were passing nails. And, Skinner and 2 of their outsides were just really good tonight. And, their better was better than ours tonight. But I thought our team fought. I thought we gave everything we had. And we didn't win the serve and pass game. And against a team like that, you got to be able to kind of run your middles and get them going.
Thank you. Now we will go to questions from the media. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you want to ask a question. When called upon, please state your name and affiliation first. Our first question is from Danny Davis. Go ahead, Danny.
Danny Davis, Austin American Statesman. Jared, just kind of going off that last point, do you feel that, I know you haven't seen the film yet, that there's something your team could have done better, or was Kentucky just that good tonight?
Honestly, looking at the numbers, Kentucky was that good. Obviously we could have blocked and got some more touches. You look at, we're only at 8% hitting error, 9% hitting error, which is extremely low. We could have sided out a little bit better in 2 of the games, but you lose a game siding out at 68%, and they started out at 7-3. They were that efficient from the side out game and didn't give us opportunities.
Logan, just speaking of stats, obviously another great night for her. What do you think is next for her? What kind of steps do you think she can make going forward as you guys head into the next season?
Yeah, there's so much improvement. You saw the difference in the slight serve and pass. I think we can get significantly better. I think our defense can be better. We had some easy balls that, we didn't identify, approach speeds and picked up some roll shots or, I think Asia, and I forgot which left side she was with, but at a critical point, we got them out of system. They hit a roll shot and kind of just went underneath us instead of waiting on the block a little bit more and getting some touches. They were trapping our left side hitters, and we knew that. But we weren't passing well enough to get a lot of backcourt going and getting our middles going.
Our next question will be from Cedric Golden. Go ahead, Cedric.
Hey, Jared, congrats on a great season. What changed from the first set to the second set? It seemed like you guys were hitting on all cylinders, and they seemed to turn it up.
Yeah, their offense did turn it up. They hit 216 in Game 1, and then they hit 375, 429, and then 368. There's a reason they're the best offensive team in the country. And when they side out it that well, we got some free points early on. I think maybe a little bit of nerves. They made some hitting errors. But we played extremely efficient, and we put some pressure on it. We got our middles going early, and ultimately, we didn't pass quite as well as them. And a big part of our game plan was to get our middles involved, and our middles on our right side, and that was the challenge.
You guys have mostly everybody back next year, and I know it hurts to lose in a championship game, but if you could you speak on the journey you guys have taken in the most difficult of seasons and still got to the pinnacle of winning it all?
Yeah, that's a great question, Cedric. That's what I talked about in the locker room. I said, we've had 2 seasons, and I've been to a lot of Final Fours, but I don't know if I've ever been as proud of a team that hasn't been, all the way to the top of the mountain. And I think, we had a lot of things thrown at us, and we had to sacrifice a lot. Our kids stayed in their dorms, they stayed in their apartments, they were very safe about what they did. We had obviously the Black Lives Matter and the Eyes of Texas and all of that. And I think, what was so cool about it in the journey was that during all these hard conversations, it brought us closer together, and we became a true family, and we had an immense amount of love for one another, and it was really the most enjoyable season I've ever had. They worked hard, they took care of each other, and more importantly, young people at this generation, or all generations, I guess, they don't pump each other up a lot. And this group was always giving credit to somebody else, telling somebody how great they were, and that became our family. And that's why there was so much joy in this. And I was confident coming into tonight's match, but we knew that if Kentucky played a great match, they could beat us, and they did that tonight. And I really can't hang my head on anything. Kentucky just played that good.
Thanks, Coach.
Our next question will be from Nick Moyle. Go ahead, Nick.
Yeah, Jared, it felt like, during this tournament, a lot of the underclassmen really grew up, whether it was, Molly or Nalani or Molly. Just, what do you think this tournament did for their confidence and their game moving forward?
Well, I think you can't replace getting to a Final Four. Now this team knows what it tastes like. This is the first group that hasn't had that, and now they're hungry to want to get back. And I think, though this is a very driven team, I need to give them some rest right now and get away for a while. But, they can individually get better at a lot of things and increase the range. And this is a game that you don't get playing your great volleyball until 26, 27. And so they had a lot of experience on the left. Madison is a phenomenal setter and kept them in system and kept the rhythms going. And that's the stress of what the speed does of an offense like that. And, Madison there's a reason she's the player of the year.
Mm-hmm. And I'm just, curious for you, obviously really long season, longer than any of y'all have ever had. How do you move forward and how do you decompress and just give yourself a little bit of time to just relax and chill out and reset? Yeah,
I got to think about all that, but, we need to get back and finish school. I'm probably going to give them at least a month off. I don't want them touching the ball and just getting away and, doing some kind of conditioning and those things. But, we're going to blink our eyes and it's going to be back into double days again. So the key to this is, can we be fresh? And then can we get in this summer and get some more touches and improve really on the ball control? The serving and passing can always be better. The defense can always be better. And we'll keep learning. But I'm super excited because I get to go back to this family and keep getting better. I think one of my assistants said, I wish we could go back in the gym today and start training. Not that we want to do that, but that's the mentality and that's the kind of the joy we're having with them.
Thank you.
For our next question, we'll go back to Danny Davis. Go ahead, Danny.
Jared, going back to your answer to Cedric's question, I'm kind of wondering, obviously there's a lot to be proud of about 27-2 and reaching the national title game, but as a coach, are you almost more proud about what your team was able to accomplish off the court with how they handled the Black Lives Matter, with how they've handled the coronavirus long season and, all the stuff that's gone into that? How proud are you of the way they've handled themselves with the non-volleyball stuff this year?
Well, I was an elementary school teacher and I got into coaching. I played college and I got into coaching. And when we lost in 2011, I told my AD I wanted to quit just because it was such a cruel profession. And I took some time away and told her I was just kidding. I want my job. But I really had to kind of spend some time soul searching on why I do this. And the reason I got into it was to develop young players and to become great volleyball players, but also to develop young women to become great women. And this like Logan Eggleston and Molly and Skylar, and I can go down the whole list. They're just great people, and they care about each other, and they wanted to make a stand. And I think they are role models. And this country has a lot of problems right now. And as I told them, one of my favorite quotes is one of my last words from my mom to me said, "Good people love people," and that's what I feel this group is. It didn't matter what your color your skin was, didn't matter what year you were. Like, they just loved each other, and that's what I want to try to portray as a coach, because it's important. We got a short time on this earth, and it's about developing and changing things and making people better. And sometimes I got to fight for them, but this was a remarkable season for that, and I will always remember this season for that. And we're going to build on it. And now we're going to hopefully get out in the community and make some more inroads with other people. But I want to win this thing for them. That's what I told my wife today. I was like, I want this so bad for this group because they've done everything right, the right way. They've been loyal to each other. They've been committed. They haven't said anything negative about each other. They've been great to coach. And when you have a team that performs in every aspect of it, like what's the greatest result is winning a championship. And we didn't get there, but we got to second. And we had to go through a really tough road in a really tough situation. And we learned a lot about ourselves on this tournament.
Our next question will be from Daniel Shi. Go ahead, Daniel.
Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, yeah.
Okay. Hi, Coach. Congratulations on the season, Daniel from TSTV. So do you think, what's the missing ingredient from this team from lifting that trophy? And do you think that ingredient is something, because there are some that might not be controllable by the program, some that can be controlled by the program. Do you think that the ingredient is controllable by the program?
Controllable what aspect? To get better or to win this?
Do you think this the missing ingredient could be just a little bit of luck from here and there, or do you think there's just something that the team can, the missing ingredient is something that the team can definitely improve on?
We got beat fair and square today. I mean, Craig's team was phenomenal. It wasn't anything. It was luck. It wasn't a couple bounces. It wasn't the referees. I mean, everything was. They were just a little bit better, 1 or 2 points, and this is a 4% game. 2 plays here and there, and they made those. But we had to move a lot of players around. We had to move Skylar around. I think where Melanie is developing, I think we got some options to grow on that. I think our ball control continued to get better. We got some players that can still get our touches better. They're a lot better than they were a year ago. And then I'll hit the recruiting trail. We'll see if we add any pieces to this. But I like where we're at. I like our development, and I like what we have. We have a team that can win a championship. I thought we had a team right now that we could, but we also have a young team and a team that can return for a couple of years. So we're going to keep building. Where we were a year ago compared to where we are now is significantly better in every aspect. And we'll keep plugging away as a staff to put the pieces in place to get us over that hump.
Thank you, Coach.
Our final question will be from Larry Bout. Go ahead, Larry.
Jared, I'm with PhelpsViews.com in Kentucky, but just wondering, how hard is it for a team that's never been to a Final Four, do you think, handle the pressure and be able to win a championship like Kentucky did tonight?
Yeah, I think this year was a little bit different because there wasn't as much hoopla going around this tournament, and there wasn't a sold out of 17,500. So I didn't feel the nerves were the same. But both of these teams haven't been there. I mean, besides Morgan O'Brien. But they've got a system. Craig's really good. Their setter is phenomenal. I mean, she's probably one of the best setters I've seen maybe ever, like in college, the way that she gave hittable ball after hittable ball. And, their passers, everybody was talking about us serving, but their passers stepped up big time. The way that their numbers on film weren't quite as good as they passed tonight. And I thought our serving would be able to at least get them off a little bit more and get them in some situations. But, the way Stumbler played and the way Avery played, they play great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Elliott, for your time today.
Okay, thank you.
You'll be joined momentarily by Logan Eggleston. Please use this time to raise or lower your hand as necessary. We are now joined by Logan Eggleston. Please use the raise hand function to indicate you would like to ask a question. When you are called on for your question, please state your name and affiliation first. Our first question will be from Maya Taylor. Go ahead, Maya.
Hi, Logan. Congratulations on the season. Maya Taylor from the Austin American Statesman. I know, the game didn't end how y'all wanted, but I just wanted to ask, what are you most proud of from this season?
Thank you, first of all. I'm proud of every single girl on my team. it's so hard to get to this point in the season, and we had a really hard road to get here. You know, we had to play half the Big Ten, and we fought for every single point. So yeah, I mean, I'm just proud to make it to this point. We had a tough year last year and a crazy year this year, so it just shows how much we battled. You know, just proud to be here.
Our next question is from Danny Davis. Go ahead, Danny.
Hello again. How hungry would you say you are and your teammates are after this loss to get back here and try to win it next year?
Yeah, we're winning next year. Like that's how we're all feeling. So I think this was it leaves that bad taste in your mouth. You never want to end the season on a loss. But I think we do have again so much to be proud of. But we're coming back stronger next year, and I think we have there's a lot of blood boiling, and we're ready to go.
When you look back at this year, going back to August, going back to the video you and Asia helped write, to the first season, through the coronavirus delays, through this playoff run, through everything that you've been through this season, how would you describe this season, and how would you describe how much you've grown personally?
This was the toughest season of volleyball I've ever gone through. It's been 9 months that we've been just grinding. And that it takes a lot out of you. So I would say it's been tiring and it's been draining, but it's been so fulfilling. And every single day I feel, so tired at the end of the day, but I also feel like I've grown so much. So yeah, I feel just from a volleyball standpoint, I feel like a totally different player than I was at the beginning of the season, just with my passing, defense, and just everything I've been doing. But then as a person, I just feel like Jarrett has given us the opportunity just to grow so much and really find what we believe in. And he's just such a great coach to have, because he really just lets us do what we he just believes in us and believes in what we believe in. And it's been a great year just to see everyone on my team mature and just grow and just find things that they stand for.
Our next question is from Cedric Golden. Go ahead, Cedric.
Hello again. Congrats on a good season. Jared talked about the closeness of this group and the fact that you guys are supremely talented and everybody's probably back. Are you going to have to sell Breon, because I know that would be 5 years for her? Are you going to have to sell her on getting back here to finish this thing off?
I hope not. No, I mean, I think she's super hungry. She's one of the most competitive people in our team, and she came to Texas for a reason, and that's to win a national championship. And, I think we proved that we have the ability to do that. And so, I mean, I see everyone coming back stronger than we were this year. And yeah, the togetherness of our team, we just had such strong connections, and we just have so much love for each other. So, I mean, I think this just brought us even closer than we already were, which is kind of hard because we were already so close because we've been together for so long. But yeah, I think this just brings us even closer together and kind of inspires us to get over that hump and to win this thing.
What were they able to do to turn the tide? They only hit 216 in the first set, and they really got going after that. What changed in between those two sets?
Yeah, I mean, I think we came out both sets. We were playing our game, but I think they just kind of took over and really found their groove. In the first set, I don't really think that they were playing to their highest ability, and we kind of came out on top there. And then I think they realized that they weren't playing their best and found a way, and then just kind of had a perfect game after that. They're hard to stop. They're a great team, so I give them the credit for that. Madison runs an amazing offense, and they have every single one of their hitters can put the ball away. So they found their rhythm and just found a way to get past us. So yeah.
Thanks.
Our next question is from Dick Gabriel. Go ahead, Dick.
I'm with the SEC Network. Congratulations on a great season. And just to follow up on the question you just answered, you all had that great rhythm in the first set, and it seemed like your size, you were just able to dominate so many times, but were you frustrated that they just kept finding a way to chip away and come back?
Yeah, I mean, it's super frustrating because we were leaving it all in the court and we were getting our hands in front of them. But, it's hard because we felt like we were playing the right way. We were doing all the right things, but they were really just finding that one tiny little open space and putting it down. So it's hard to come back from that when they're just kind of playing finding the perfect spots and everything. So yeah, they played amazing. I got to give them the credit.
next question is from Danny Davis. Go ahead, Danny.
Logan, Jared mentioned that he's probably going to give y'all a month off. I'm kind of wondering, after 9 months of volleyball, what's next for you? Do you want to even think about this sport for the next couple weeks? Are you going to take some time to relax? I mean, do you have a summer plans about what's next for you volleyball related?
Yeah, I think I'm definitely going to take a week off and just, get back into the school thing and make sure I keep my grades up at the end of the semester. I got some final exams coming up soon. So I think that's the most important thing right now. But yeah, I mean, I want to practice again right now. Like there's so much like unfinished business, I feel like, and there's just so many ways that we can keep improving. And I just feel like we have such a good mojo right now. So I hate that we, kind of are done, but I'm definitely gonna take some time off, but then it's gonna be right back to work. Like we're gonna come back in the summer, we're gonna work out and get back in the gym together as a team and just find our groove going into the next season because we're really it's a quick turnaround. We go back in the fall and start playing again. So it's definitely gonna be a little bit of time off, but I'm already focused on next year.
Is there a part of your game you're focused on as you head into the off season?
Yeah, I mean, my passing and defense can always improve. As an outside hitter, they're going to target me over and over again. And you saw that tonight. And I think I can always just continue to improve there. And then my serving as well. Like I had some ups and downs this season for sure. And I think I can just continue to be aggressive there and make sure I'm keeping the ball in and still being aggressive. So there's a lot of work I can still continue doing. No part of my game is perfect at this point. So I'm going to just keep improving all around. To become the best player I can for my team because I really want to do that because I think we have a shot at this.
Thank you, Logan, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all for participating tonight. You can find a recording of this press conference in the NCAA Digital Media Hub at www.ncaa.veritone.com. Thank you. We will get started shortly with Kentucky.